Hello everyone and welcome to my first official movie review for the year 2017. This is Split. Now the director of this film is one of the most infamous directors of all time. A director that had the audience in the palm of his hands and just watched it slip away over the years. M. Night Shyamalan, of course, that's what I'm talking about. Now, he is a director that I honestly still have a love for because he gave us 4 amazing films that I've watched multiple times. I love to this day: The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs, and The Village. Some of them, yes, have problems and issues, but I love these films. These films have become part of my life. Yes, he has disappointed me with the films that came after that. Some of them I still found some entertainment value from. But in 2015, I felt he made a good, solid movie for the first time in many years with The Visit. And I think audiences started to take notice as well. And I think that was a decent hit. It didn't cost much money to make. He was working with Jason Blum, who's known for making movies pretty cheap and hopefully having a big return. I think it had a solid, good return. So now he's working with producer Jason Blum once again with this new movie that sadly got released in January. It had a great trailer. I have to admit, I was really impressed with the trailer and excited about the subject matter. But I was really worried that it was coming out in January. I didn't read any reviews before seeing the film or read any spoilers that I was hoping that I didn't want to be spoiled until I actually saw the movie for myself. And what is this movie about? Who's in it? Of course, James McAvoy plays the starring role of Kevin, who has 23 personalities, and the 24th one is coming very, very soon. Now, he kidnaps 3 young women. One of those women is played by Anya Taylor-Joy, who surprised me last year in The Witch. I think she's got a great career ahead of her, and one of the major reasons I was also excited to see this film. The psychiatrist of Kevin is played by Betty Buckley, who's been working in the business for many, many years, and I think was in one of his worst films, probably his worst film in my opinion, The Happening. I think they worked together in that. So it's got a great cast. Small locations, interesting ideas, and hopefully we can be scared and thrilled and get emotional. These are all the feelings that I wanted as I was watching, because that's what I loved from M. Night Shyamalan from his earlier career, and I was hoping for at least another good return from this great director. Now that I've seen this film, I'm not going to try and spoil anything that I witnessed, though most people probably have seen this movie already. It made $40 million over the weekend, which I was happy for either way. I was more happy that the movie would be good and make all that money than actually be terrible and still make all that money. But it is January, and lots of crap comes out in January. It makes tons of money, and there you go. I really loved this film. It met my expectations, which were, good expectations. I had good expectations for this film. They weren't too high, and I think that's what you should have when seeing this film. Don't lower your expectations, but hopefully expect the film to at least be watchable and enjoyable. It exceeded those expectations. Now, for a January movie, that's awesome to feel. As a fan of films and you go see a movie in January, you're expecting probably to see something that is going to be forgotten by the end of the year. I feel with Split, because of the interesting subject matter and the acting and some of the twists and surprises, I have a feeling this movie is going to be remembered at least until the end of the year, and hopefully beyond that. I really hope that people are still thinking about this movie by the end of the year. Not for any award consideration, though it deserves it in the acting department, but just because it was a very interesting and plausible thriller that you could get into really quickly. Solid acting by James McAvoy. He is incredible as this man with multiple personalities. You just see the changes in his voice and in the way he sometimes just moves his face and his body and everything. It's just a stellar performance. I don't know if James McAvoy has ever been nominated, though I fear that this movie probably will be forgotten in the award department by then, but he definitely deserves some award consideration for this performance. Anya Taylor-Joy is great in this film. And what I really appreciated about her so much is that, yes, this movie is a thriller about three women getting kidnapped, but it's much more than that. And we get to know a lot about her character, what she's been through as a child, and what led up to this incredible, sad, tragic event in her life that we're getting a chance to witness now. Betty Buckley, who is, I think, the third, is one of three amazing performances in this film. She is incredible as the psychiatrist to Jane McAvoy's Kevin. Just great, and I felt like we really got a chance to get to know her. The movie is edited quite well, so there's a great balance between these three characters. Supporting cast is great too, as we get to know Anya Taylor-Joy's character's past, the girls that she's associated with at the time of this. But we do get to know three major characters in this film, as I mentioned, with those three amazing performances. But the rest of the cast is really good and solid as well. I enjoyed the feel of this movie. It looks like minimal locations, so feelings of claustrophobia set in pretty quick. I felt like I was trapped, but in a good way, in a way that I was enjoying the experience. I didn't want it to end, and I never felt the length. The movie, I think, runs almost 2 hours. I think this might be the longest M. Night Shyamalan movie to date. And I thought he did a wonderful job at developing interesting characters, an interesting story, and so great writing and direction from him, and just remind us why we love him as a director, why I love him as a filmmaker. I think he is one of the best storytellers. He's a master storyteller when he gets it right, and when he doesn't, he messes up beautifully as well. So for me, this is a wonderful return, a near perfect return. I can't say this movie is perfect. There are some pacing issues from time to time, though I never felt the length. I was just like, some of this might not make that much sense as I want it to make. But I guess maybe because I'm more forgiving because I felt so emotionally involved in the story itself. But I really just enjoyed this movie altogether. And I would definitely watch it again and appreciate it again, especially where it goes. This movie, I don't want to say. Now, if you haven't seen this movie yet, please, I honestly, stay away from spoilers. If it's a terrible movie and you want to know everything about it, fine, go watch a review with spoilers. But I would honestly say, if you want to be spoiled by this movie, buy a ticket. Full price. I would say this movie's worth full price. Buy a full price ticket and see the film and let it be spoiled for you as you are watching it. The ending shocked me. I thought it was a good, solid ending. I really, really liked it. I can't say I loved it. I love the idea that it created. I love the truth of the real reason of what this movie is really, really about, somewhat. I loved all that. The execution itself, was a good execution. And I'm very happy right now. Extremely happy right now. I don't know if I want what's next, but I'm really happy for what we got. And I'm also happy for M. Night Shyamalan as a filmmaker and a storyteller. This is a reminder why we really dig this guy, why we always loved him from the beginning. When he gave us movies like The Sixth Sense and Signs, this is why we enjoy him as a filmmaker. We want to feel something. We want something that deals with reality and maybe fantasy. We like all that stuff. We like all those certain things that happen in these kind of movies. We want to be shocked and saddened. And if the twist worked for you, then, like it worked for me, then you appreciate it even more now that you've seen the movie and what this film is actually really about. I really love this film, even with some of its issues, and I think this is, again, a wonderful return for a filmmaker that I've really, truly always loved and never really hated, even though I despised some of his latest films. Congratulations, M. Night Shyamalan. I really hope that this is a restart of your career. I really hope so. And for that, I am going to give Split, I'm going to give the film a solid 3.5 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.